stick it up there. Hi, welcome back to Jolty Plays. We're playing Final Fantasy 14. It's the Hatching Tide. Yeah. I'm at least gonna do the Hatching Tide event. I don't know if I'm gonna do much else tonight, but I'll at least get the Hatching Tide event. And I haven't done this with any of my characters yet. I know what the reward is because a friend told me. Unless they're wrong. They could be wrong. But I don't know what the story is for this year. I haven't done any of it. Gone. Hatching Tide is upon us once more. I hope the season finds you in excellent fettle. For my part, Jolteon, it is an absolute pleasure to see you again. While I have your attention, allow me to expound upon the nature of this year's festivities. Hatching Tide has its origins in the days before the 7th Umbral Calamity, when 12 sages of an era past appeared before me in a startling vision. I have been visited by such dreams ever since, and this year was no exception. I saw a great mass of eggs, as vivid as those before you now, borne aloft into the heavens. Making dreams manifest has never failed to lend wonder to Hatching Tide before, so needless to say, I intend to bring my latest vision to life. Speaking of which, the eggs I commissioned ought to arrive any moment now. Oh, gee Lee, it's a disaster. The cart toppled over en route. Thankfully, the driver was unscathed, but I can't say the same for the eggs. Good heavens, I'm glad to hear the poor driver was unharmed, but without the eggs, how are we to breathe life into my dream? Don't worry, I'll simply fashion some more eggs myself. Though to create the quantity required will take time, and we're already faced at least a minor delay at this point. If only I could assign someone to help you. Alas, the other dreamers are busy, enough as it is, and I must see to the schedule alterations myself. Jolteon! But wait, Jolteon! Perhaps you'd be willing to lend a hand! Somehow I knew that's what was going to happen. Jolteon, how wonderful to see you again. Knowing what an exemplary assistant you are gives me cause for hope. If you're happy to help, that is. Ow. Thank you. The first order of business will be procuring more of the necessary egg supplies from the merchant. Our supplier should be in the market. He's a burly fellow, so he won't be difficult to spot. We can only hope he has enough stock. Okay. Shall we go have an excellent adventure? Sorry. They started it with the egg puns. Oh, that's a cute. Is that the umbrella? Oh, that is a cute umbrella. I have the mount that matches that umbrella, actually. It kind of looks like part of the golden egg from the Chocobo event. When the very first one that I participated in, we got a golden mechanical egg with a little chocobo that popped out when you pushed a button. So that would actually be kind of cool. I would have an umbrella that matched my mount. This is what? Year 6 of me playing Final Fantasy? I mean, I am at almost 500 episodes. At 492, I think? Oh, there he is. Him was hiding. Ah, you're that dreamer who was here before, ain't ye? A right old mess, to be sure. Afraid I'm all out of the supplies you need, though. Oh, is there really nothing you can do for us? Well, I do have some tatty old odds and ends. Here, surplus wares that might be of use. If you want them, they're all yours. Might not be exactly what you needed, but I'm sure you can cobble something together with these. The storage fees were eaten into me proof. I mean, I'd rather see him put to good use. The storage fees were eaten into his profits. When I ordered the initial batch of supplies, I remember thinking what a kind fellow he was. He certainly proved me right. Any road, we'd better take stock of what he's given us. So we must make the umbrellas? Let's see, this leather looks durable. We have some metal springs and rings that could do for a mechanism of some sort. And these links of timber could be cut down to a more portable size. I think these herbs and resins are used to concoct water-repellent alchemical solutions. Never tried it myself, but there's a first time for everything. Besides that, there are plenty of bits and bobs. We should have no trouble when it comes to decoration. Unfortunately, we won't be able to recreate the eggs Julie saw in her dream. With these, we could make something far easier to get off the ground, though. Parasols! The trick will be making them look eggy enough. Any rounded object looks like an egg from far enough away. It's science. The shell makes the egg, as they say. Do they say that? Any road, we should paint them! I'm gonna go with the second one. You're right, with some festive patterns on the outer canopy and a convincingly eggy structure, the parasols might just make for a worthy replacement. Parasols are a sight more fiddly than your standard egg, though. With just the two of us, production will take far too long. So we'll need to enlist further help, just as I did with you. Fortunately, the guild artisans should be less likely to balk at a request for parasol parts than a rush order for myriad eggs, particularly if we supply the materials. Let us first pay a visit to the Leather Workers Guild. I'm sure they'll be able to transform our leather into something fit for a canopy. And then the Woodworkers Guild to make the handles. That would make sense. Leather Workers Guild is this way. Those are the only two other than the Botanists Guild that's here. Gridania doesn't have very many guild masters. No, Gridania just has the leather workers and the woodworkers. And then they have the botanists. I suppose we could go to the botanists for the paints. Have all natural paint. Ah, if it isn't Jolty, you must be the adventurer assistant Nanada spoke of. She was just informing me of your plight. Many of our apprentices are looking forward to the Hatching Tide celebrations. You shall have the guild's aid, although I'm afraid we lack some of the resources needed to work your leather into parasol canopies. The material is water resistant to a degree, but nevertheless, pores untreated, it will degrade over time and begin to rot. But our stock of coating is perilously low at the moment. If it's a water repellent you're after, say no more. We just so happen to have the necessary ingredients, so I can see to its preparation. In the meantime, would you take this timber over to the Carpenters Guild and request they craft the parasol frame? We could meet up by the Black Rabbit Trader's stall anon. So yeah, essentially, we're gonna ask Beaton to make the handles. I can remember Beaton's name. I can't remember hers. And I just talked to her too. I was paying attention. Beaton actually participates in the when you learn the Gridanian peace dance. Echo, echo? I know, right? Well, it stopped. Why do you stand there like a frightened schoolchild? If you need something, speak. You wish this timber fashioned into parasol frames? Very well, I shall see it done by competent hands. The younglings in the acorn orchard await the festivities. For their sake, no effort will be spared in the parasol's preparation. We shall commence work right away. Let your associates know that the Carpenters Guild has the matter at hand. Die! Beaton's usually good with helping, especially with the children. He likes the children. I trust everything went well at the Carpenters Guild. I've just placed an order for the alchemical solution and a few other things besides. The next step will be to piece all the parts together into a prototype parasol. I'll bring the prototype over to Jilly once I've finished, so you can go ahead and wait with her. Okay. These are usually broke up into two parts. Yeah, little jars.
So I got one coconut, yogurt, and then I got raspberry, and then one mixed berry, but it's smaller.
Okay. Alright. It sounds like somebody's using sandpaper. Welcome back, Jolty. You'll be pleased to hear that I've adjusted the schedule to accommodate our little mishap, and all is set to proceed. How fared the eggs? substituting parasols for eggs? What a wonderful idea. I can hardly wait to see what Nanada cooks up for the prototype. Though, wait we must. Yeah, it's the golden egg parasol. That's cute. Nanada will surely be along any moment now. It got dark. Sorry to keep you both waiting. Allow me to present you with the very first Archon egg parasol. What a fine example of ingenuity. It's magnificent. I'm so glad you approve. With your blessing, I'll begin producing more to distribute. It's got a little chocobo on top, too. That's cute. In the meantime, we find ourselves at a loose end. But we cannot let Nanada outstrip us in hatching tide spirit. There must be more we can do. Let's show off your parasol to the townsfolk. Perhaps we can drum up a crowd with the promise of gifts. Let's show off the parasol. It's funny because I'm wearing the Valention's outfit right now. But of course we ought to promote our newest addition to the festivities. If we tell even a few Gridanians that these gorgeous accoutrements will be available to those who celebrate with us, word will spread of its own accord. With that in mind, I shall keep mine unfurled and on display. You use your adventurer's instincts to identify those most in need of egg-themed accessories. Okay. Egg-themed accessories. Gotcha. The market is always busy. Let us look for potential celebrants there. Oh, now she's gonna accompany me. Okay. Okay. No teleporting. It's a shame she doesn't jump when I do. That would have been nice to have her jump at the same time I do. We dreamers are responsible for all the decorations you see throughout the city. Take that basket over there, for instance. I came up with the idea, and Nanada worked her magic to create the final product. Oh, the basket over here. Okay. Yeah, those are, like, around every hatching type, though. I say, madam, you must tell me where I might acquire a resplendent parasol, like unto your own. At our Hatching Tide event, of course. How about it? Will you join us at the amphitheater? I'd be delighted. As a true connoisseur of eggs, both decorative and edible, I attend unusually in hopes of glimpsing ovoid perfection. And this parasol surpasses my every imagining. Such elegance, such egginess. Oh my goodness. Okay. Here's a little too enthusiastic over the eggs. Why, that parasol is an absolute delight. It's not often you see that level of craftsmanship paired with such decorative flair. This might be the finest egg-inspired apparel I've ever seen. Might I ask who was responsible for this masterpiece? The Leatherworkers Guild, the Carpenters Guild, Black Rabbit Traders, and our Dreamers all had their parts to play. And if you join us in celebrating Hatching Tide, you can receive one just like it. Ah, I should have known that the Guild's artisans were involved. If it means getting my hands on a parasol, I'd be more than happy to take part in the festivities. Parasol, not Duracell. No, parasol. Parasol, like umbrella, you ding-dong. Duracell are batteries. Oh yeah, because Parasol's a new brand of batteries. You're a ding-dong. You took Sovereign's title of ding-dong for now. That'll make him sad. Sovereign's not happy unless I've called him a ding-dong at least once during the party. Heavens above, is that adorable parasol fashioned after an Archon egg? Exquisite, isn't it? If you join us at the amphitheater, you will receive one just like it. For years I have searched for a parasol as darling as an egg. Getting sunburned and soaked by turns, and you offer me one free of charge? 'Tis a Hatching Tide miracle. I expect those three will tell all the sundry about our parasols. Our work here is done. Meow. Well, that went rather swimmingly. You clearly have an eye for egg connoisseurs. I mean, they all had egg in their names. I shall go and see how many attendees are gathered at the amphitheater. Feel free to join us when you have a moment. That wasn't a question, that was a statement. You said you had a question for him and then you said a statement. Look, Jolty, isn't the sight of those parasols simply marvelous? Eggs held aloft just as in my dream. Hooray, we did it, Geely. We certainly did. Shall we officially declare this Hatching Tide a success? Hold that thought. You've yet to see the half of it. Macinta, I'm not quite sure I follow. Quite a few of my customers asked about your parasols. More than can comfortably gather here. In fact, nevertheless, I took the liberty of handing out stock on those who came inquiring. With how many left my stall with a smile on their face and a parasol in hand, the whole city is awash in floating eggs. That's incredible to think the parasols are bringing joy even beyond our celebration. Wait, Jilly, they're one and the same, aren't they? The celebration has spread across the city, borne by a great mass of floating eggs. You're right. I was intent on gathering people here, but the eggs in my dream were far too numerous to contain in one place. They were always meant to be seen far and wide. That our original plan met with misfortune was a blessing in disguise, for we've touched the hearts of more people than I dared to imagine. There's no doubt in my mind this will go down as a hatching tide to remember. Black Rabbit traders shall continue distributing parasols to those who ask. They may be free of charge, but they're drawing business in spades. Nanoda told me how to assemble them, so I can prepare as many as necessary. Yay! Truly, where would we be without your ingenuity, Nanoda? I couldn't have done it without our able adventurer. Ah, that reminds me, I have something for you, Jolty. That's the very second parasol I ever made. After Geely's, of course. I thought it fitting that you receive it.
Yay, I get an Aggie parasol.
With eggs aloft across the city, all that's left is to enjoy the festivities. Your work may have finished, Jolteon, but Hatching Tide most certainly hasn't. Yay! Eggs! Yay. Nope, it's not there. No, Noctis is 15. Yeah, Noctis is 15. Yes, but he was asking which Final Fantasy he was from. Oh. I thought he was asking which Final Fantasy he was in. I'm confused, but okay. Me? I'm playing 14 right now. Yay, I like it. It's yellow like a Jolteon. Wee! I have an eggy parasol. Okay, well, Sovereign's gonna be sad that I did the event without him. But if I waited for him to join the party, it might be a while. If he gets on tonight, yeah. I told him yesterday that I was going to do the event tonight. It's fine. I completed the event. Yay! And yeah, I think I'm kind of sleepy, so I'm gonna end it here. So stay crazy. Have a great day, night, evening, morning, whatever it is when you're watching this. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you get notifications when I'm streaming. Check out the website in the description. If you do the full website, well, I do. Anyway, check out the website in the description. My buddy Shio did a great job, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye! Dun-da-dun's a good one.